So Jordan, you just went sub 4 minutes at the Albie Thomas Mile. Mate, how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels quite good. It's been a goal of mine for a while now, and to get it done in such an emotional week, it felt great to do. And obviously, I showed the emotion on the track, and it's been on social media a fair bit, so everyone can see how much it meant to me.
Yeah, and how was that the build up for it? Like over those that week, like can you talk us through that a bit? And yeah,
It was quite rough. Initially, I had food poisoning, come down with some food poisoning. I think I cooked up some bad chicken on the barbecue.
happens.
So that struck me down pretty hard over the weekend. I was in bed and I tried to get out for a run Sunday and could just get out 4 kilometers, and that was it. Like I was just gone. Didn't eat anything for 2 days straight, and didn't drink anything. And then I started to come good. And on Monday, I went out for my 8 kilometer run, came back and had a phone call and heard about the passing of my good friend Harry Scala. And that was quite rough. I was thinking about pulling out throughout that weekend when I was struck down with the food poisoning. And then to hear about my friend, just kind of finalize those thoughts about pulling out. But then I sat down and really thought about it, and he would have wanted me to run, and I just tried to get back as best I could, and I slowly built up my running over the next few days and just come good for the day, really. I still felt pretty bad the day before, but on the day I went for a run and it was the best I'd felt the whole week, and I knew something special was about to happen.
So mate, with all the build up to this race, obviously being sick, and basically how did you feel right before the gun went off? Were you confident? What was going through your mind? All right.
I was quite confident. I'd done some good training in the last few weeks. I've actually been home in Coffs Harbour for the past few weeks, so training's been a little bit different to how it would be back in Canberra. But yeah, I've been really confident the past few weeks. Training's been going really well and just been ticking everything over. There's no niggles in my body or anything, so I felt quite confident. And I just, I knew I was going to run good. I was pumped. There's so many emotions going on. I just knew I had to try and tuck in there behind the pace and come home strong.
Yeah. So were there any nerves like there, or were you just kind of pretty relaxed like on that night?
There were quite a few nerves. I mean, it wasn't a super classy field, but there was enough people in there to give me a bit of a worry. And yeah, I got stuck on the outside. They gave me lane 13, I think, and that kind of screwed me over a little bit at the start. I got checked, and I was in about 8th place with Kev Batt, and we tried to make it up. And initially, I planned to just go behind the pace. I wanted to try and run a bit quicker than I did. Not saying that sub 4 minutes was nothing special. I'm very stoked with it, but obviously the goal was to try and run Albie's time and pick up that extra $500. But yeah, Josh Johnson slotted in right behind the pace and ended up going a lot quicker through 800 than we anticipated, and I was bang on anyway. So
Yeah.
I just tried to stay calm. I mean, I moved up when I needed to move up, and Josh and Stapleton kicked hard, but I was thankful to have that strength at the end.
Running is obviously a individual sport to a point, but you need your friends and your support. And you spoke earlier of Josh Johnson during the race, pushing the pace. How has he helped you out in training and just in life in general?
He's really helped me. Like I said, Harry Scala was a good mate of mine, but he was also one of my biggest competition and my training partner.
Yeah.
I've never really had anyone like that before or since him until Josh. So, he pushes me in every race I'm in. He's one of the guys I'm worried about in every race because I know how well he trains, and he pushes me day in, day out. We go out for our 16-kilometre Monday morning run and we're pushing 3:45 pace, and we're competitive with each other, but we're the best of mates. We'll go and sit at a cafe for 3 hours afterwards and have a good chat. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he helps with everything. There's been a few times where we're sitting at cafes at 11 o'clock at night helping each other with uni work. So, yeah, we're just good mates, good competition, good rivalry, and even better training partners, and we've really clicked this year, which has been great for me and for him.
So, mate, you're coached by Dick Telford. You've obviously got a great training group there with Josh Johnson and the rest of the guys. Are there any special ingredients to your success? Obviously, you've just taken out the New South Wales 3,000 metre champs, just gone sub 4. So what's the key to all this success?
Not sure if I'm doing anything different than anyone else. I mean, I definitely like to think that I'm not posting any statuses saying that I've got a stress fracture or anything like that. So I think that's the main thing. I've just been able to stay injury free and just clocking over some miles. I mean, I'm at about 150, 160k weeks pretty consistently now. So just ticking those over week in, week out, still maintaining the speed that I've built up throughout my childhood. And I just think that we're all clicking and working well together. We do a bit of race pace stuff, but a lot of it's aerobic and just a lot of jogging, and it's been great.
Yeah. So I mean, do you feel there's a secret formula there at all, or it's just consistency and talent?
I think Telford's definitely got a few secrets that some people might laugh at. The regular Saturday session is a 3K, pretty hard out, and then just a few other reps, and that's basically it. There's nothing too special or too secret there, but I don't know of anyone else that's doing that sort of thing most Saturdays. And, you know, we've run pretty quick. Me and Josh have run 8:25 around Stromlo. And, you know, when we're clocking those times, we know we're on for something good when it comes time to the races. So, I mean, there's just a lot of sessions in there that if we hit well, we come out of it pretty confident, knowing that we can hit those times when it comes to the race. And I think that's the main thing. We're just going into races and going into sessions even with so much more confidence from the last session and the last race that I think we're just building and building.
Yeah. And so, I mean, is motivation ever a factor for you? I mean, you seem to be, you're in your prime, like in the essence, like you can only keep dominating and improving. Like, is motivation ever an issue?
I mean, sometimes it is. When I come home, I find it quite hard occasionally to get out the door and go for a run, especially if I'm working with Dad at all. So I mow some lawns with him on the occasion, and we'll get home late. And if it's been a hot day, you know, I really struggle to get out. But apart from that, you know, I've got the goals in mind, and I really want to get that Rio qualifier if I can, but also just run the best I can and entertain people. I really enjoy that. I enjoy running in front of a crowd, and that's my motivation.
That's great. And I mean, as a guy that likes to entertain people, you're pretty laid back, like off the track. You're pretty chilled out, and you're not like, so like that's where your moment is, isn't it? That's like on the track. That's where you want to perform. That's where it matters, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. On the track, I'm a different person. I'm pretty fierce and competitive. But off the track, I'm a pretty laid back guy, and I just like to go have a coffee with friends and regularly playing the PlayStation or watching a movie with Hugh Williams or grabbing coffee or just doing something stupid with Josh Johnson. So, I'm pretty laid back. I don't think my social media or my track etiquette shows the real me.
Yeah. Can dig that, man. And so here's a random question. Flash forward 50 years from now, where are you? What are you doing? Who are you?
How old will I be? 70?
70, man. 70. Like, the running career is over, I think. Who knows? But what's your vision there?
I don't know. I think I see myself somewhat like Jerry Lindgren. I follow him on Facebook, and I think I'd be pretty much the same, just posting photos of my garden, saying how good it's looking, complaining that I can't drive and my legs don't work too well anymore from some mileage in my running, so I struggle to walk to the shops.
Well, you can't count out that there might be hoverboards and like just random things like that going around. Space boots.
Well,
That could help.
Hopefully that'll help. If I've got some space boots, I might be able to get to the shops.
Saucony space boots, of course.
Of course.
All right, man. And another random one. What's on your Christmas list for Santa there? What do you hope to get?
Christmas list? I have no idea. I'm about to move in with my girlfriend at the start of the year, so I'm currently
You said
got no house. So anything to do with furniture, I'd be pretty happy because I got none of that either. So.
All right. Anyone who listens to this interview, Gusman needs some furniture to send it his way. He needs it. He deserves it. All right.
I'd love to start with a mattress.
All right, mattress. Anyone with a hygienic mattress, send it to Gusman. All right. And final question then. Why do you run?
Why do I run? That's a tough one.
I know.
I did a lot of sports as a kid. I just hated the team elements of everything. I hated relying on other people. I just love relying on myself, if anything happens or if I don't get the results that I want, that's basically because of me and no one else. So I love that, and I love to entertain people. I love to get people down to the track and watch not only me, but watch everyone run and watch a good race. So hopefully we can keep doing that and build up the profile of athletes in Australia. Good
answer, man. Bang on. All right, mate. Well, that was phenomenal, and all the best in the future. Obviously, we'll be supporting you all the way through. And yeah, man, you're a legend.
Too easy. Thanks for having me.
At this stage, like it might be over. No, is that Hall coming through to take it out?